Hey, you can sit back all you want, hoping for the day that you hit your subscriber goal, hoping for that $2,000 camera to just fall out the sky, or a house to spawn near you so you have the perfect room to record in. But in reality, you're only going to grow on YouTube when you start recording videos. Here's how I was able to gain 1,000 subscribers in a week. Remember that success doesn't happen overnight. Now, it's cliche. You heard everybody say this before. Everybody says it. But do you actually understand it? I know in the beginning, when I heard this quote, I was like, of course it doesn't happen overnight. But you have to understand that this applies to either days, weeks, and months. If you don't have something that you've been already grinding for the past years and you start uploading YouTube videos, of course, it's just not going to blow up out of nowhere. You got to put the time in. Businessman like Alex Hormozi, yeah, he may have grew very fast, but that was because he's been working for the past decades. He's been in the game. So when he came onto YouTube and he was going to drop his business advice, obviously people wanted to hear that. If you don't have any accomplishments that are actually like really extreme, like everybody wants it, then of course you're just not going to get 100K or 1 million subscribers just within a month or a year. It's going to take time. So you have to be patient. The way I got 1,000 subscribers is because of that one video that blew off. You see, it took me years to make that one video. It took me years of just bad habits like eating Oreos, Oreo McFlurries, glazed donuts, McDonald's, and all that to gain all that fat. And then it took me a year to go ahead and lose most of it. So it took time. And even making that video, I didn't just record myself and then automatically have the best camera quality, have the best editing, have the best editors help it out. I had to learn all those skills. Even with those animations, previously for a year, I've been making animations. Those videos did not take off at all. They could barely hit like 30 views after a whole month. You're not just gonna be perfect off the riff. You just gotta put in the work and stay consistent at it. If you're consistent, you literally cannot fail. If you fail, that means you just quit and just gave up. But if you keep recording videos back to back to back, improving your skills, trying out all these type of strategies, keep throwing shit until something works, and then utilizing it and being creative by creating more ways to, effectively use it, then you're gonna start seeing success. It's gonna take time. You gotta stay consistent and keep going at it. And the number one tip that I have for you that you must have in order to actually, get some success is have a social life. I know, you heard about this monk mode, don't talk to nobody, just focus on your grind, forget everybody. That is horrible advice. I took that advice last year and look what happened. I could barely hit even 30 views. It just completely destroyed my mental health that I was choosing to live by not even hanging out with nobody, trying to make friends. My life was just miserable. And as a result, of course, nobody wanted to watch my YouTube videos. It sucked. Another reason why you may not be blowing up is because you may be too stubborn. I know I just told you to be consistent and then drop videos back to back to back, but you have to understand, if we're dropping the same type of video and it's clearly not working, nobody wants to watch it, then something has to change. You must be trying new stuff until one of them actually works, and then continue with it, and then keep being creative with it. You see, back in the day, like a year ago, I was doing the whole animation stuff with the stories. I was not trying to fool you or anything, but I just thought it was a funny idea to make fake stories and put animation on top of it. But clearly, nobody wanted to watch it. But I just kept being stubborn with it, kept making more videos and more videos and more videos on it, and it was not growing, and I was just wasting time. Even though I saw a little bit of success from the videos that were actually real about my own experience, I just kept continuing with these fake stories and I wasted a whole lot of time. Now, since you guys have these mindsets that would drastically and help you improve your YouTube content and then eventually hit 1,000 subscribers, I want to give you actionable steps that you can take right after this video so that you can get started immediately and not push it off or procrastinate. Get a camera. And what I mean by get a camera, I mean get your phone. The camera that I'm using right now to record this whole video is the iPhone 8 Plus. Do you know when the iPhone 8 Plus came out? Back in the day with the dinosaurs. This camera has been serving me well and the quality is pretty nice. It gets a 1080p. I mean, boy, you need to watch a talking head video in 4K. I'm currently using a stand right now, costing me like 15 bucks, really cheap. Just record yourself and just talk about whatever you want. Now, let's get with the microphone. I tried multiple microphones in my life and I tried like a $40 version and it did not work for me. I believe in my older videos, I had this one microphone and a pop filter. The thing about that was at the bottom, you can see it. You can see the pop filter and it was just in the way. I couldn't move my arms around, and when I talk, I use my arms a whole lot. I like to just, I'm a very visual learner, so I just like to move my hands around, and I couldn't do that with that microphone just in the way, right? I was eventually going to smack it, and then you're going to hear like a bump sound. So what I decided to do was buy a wired microphone. And with the wired microphone, it was 10 buckaroos. I mean, this is cheap. You could just buy the stand for 15, buy the microphone for 10, buy like a light for like 15, and you got your whole setup right there for like, what? Hold on, 15 plus 10, 24, for like 50 bucks. And then you got the whole setup ready. Or you don't even need any of that stuff. You just have your phone, have it on FaceTime, like have it looking at you while holding it, and then you just record whatever you want. Just get started immediately so that you have that momentum to continue on. And the light that I'm using right now is like some lamp I bought for college, and it works quite well. I mean, you can see my black ass right now, right? Then once you record your first video with just a phone and just something simple, you want to make sure that you have notes ready and know what you're talking about. If you want to talk about a topic that you're interested about, just make sure that you have like on Google Docs, and then you have notes. Like, I'm going to be talking about X, and then I'm going to show all these reasons why. Currently right now, for example, me, I have notes right next to me, for this video, so that I can stay on topic and stay concise. You're not wasting time rambling on, or you actually don't forget what you actually want to say. And listener, you can know what I'm talking about and be able to understand what I'm saying. The next one, have a hook to engage your audience. You see, you want to engage your audience in the beginning because they may click on it and they might get bored. They may feel like, oh, you're not even providing what you're even saying. So you'll make sure that the first thing you say has something to do with the video. Your hook may even want to insult the viewer. The viewer may want to be like, what did you just say to me? And maybe something like that can help. Now, I'm not saying to attack them like, you ugly, this, that, and the third. I'm just saying like something to engage your audience, something to prove that you're going to be talking about what the title says. Now, I understand that not everybody wants to edit their videos, but that can be really crucial for getting success. Now, unless you're just phenomenal at just speaking at the camera, there are people who are great at speaking. Like Typo Doe, Shamon Davis, all of them could just speak to the camera without any cuts or edits like that and just speak really good. If you're not like that, if it was similar to me, then using cuts will be very vital, because I make a whole lot of mistakes that you don't see. I just cut it out, and then I just make sure that you get the actual best stuff, so that I'm not just rambling on and then you just getting tired and bored and just click off. Me personally, when I started off, I used the DaVinci Resolve. Now, DaVinci Resolve is good, and they got tutorials on YouTube and stuff like that. If you want a beginner-friendly one that I used was CapCut. Now, CapCut is like literally it tells you what to do. I personally use Premiere Pro because I wanted to do with the animations. For me, Premiere Pro is just more concise. I can make better edits, so it just allows me to have a better time editing. And since I actually enjoy editing, it's actually gonna work for me. If you don't enjoy editing, don't even bother with Premiere Pro, because it is expensive. I ain't gonna lie, it's like 25 bucks a month. Like, that's so expensive. Even today, where you got all these other bills to pay, and then you gotta pay at $25. Since I'm a student, I get like it for $10. It's on a student discount. But even then, you're still losing money out your pocket. So you might as well just go with the free one, CapCut, if you don't enjoy editing. Now, with these thumbnails, it don't gotta be nothing professional like Mr. Beast or whatever. You don't need Photoshop if you don't care about making, thumbnails and stuff. Because I actually care about it, because I actually like the process, I use Photoshop, and it actually works pretty well. You can use Canva. Literally, there was this YouTuber who, I ain't gonna lie, he gained like 100K like within a month, and he only uses Canva for his thumbnails and then uses some free site to edit his videos. He just puts GIFs and then talks over it. So you don't need to buy all these expensive stuff just to see success on YouTube. You just want to use the expensive stuff if you actually like to use it. Because if you try to force yourself just to buy all these things, like Photoshop, Premiere Pro, it's gonna hurt your mental health because you don't actually enjoy it. So you're wasting money and doing something you don't enjoy. But if you actually do enjoy it, then get creative with it. And if you want to see and test out if you would enjoy it, use the free ones at first. Use CapCut, Canva, and then if you want to continue and get more advanced, I would suggest buying the suite, so you can get Premiere Pro and Photoshop for like a cheaper price. Now, all this may seem motivating. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start my YouTube channel. Okay, I gotta remember, I gotta stay consistent. But I also have to realize that if something's not working, then it needs to be changed. But you may have these self-limiting beliefs in the back of your head that just won't go away. And one of them is, oh, I don't know how to make good videos, videos, I'm just not good, I don't know. Well, guess what? I didn't either. I mean, just look at my first video. I didn't even know. I was reading off a script and I was still stuttering. Like, I was just so afraid and all that. But guess what? I still made the video and uploaded it. And even though it's complete garbage, look where I am today. Now I could just actually look at the camera, talk to it, and just have a good time and feel in the flow. Why? Because I put that time in. Consistency will guarantee you results. Because think about it. Even if you be consistent and your videos are straight garbage, you're still gonna get results regardless. Literally, this is a guy who's been recording videos for 6 years, and all he does is get his face cam, play video games, actually play and stuff like that. And doesn't say like anything. He probably says something like every 10 minutes. And obviously, who's gonna wanna watch that, right? But guess what? He's been staying consistent for like 6 years, so people are still watching him. If you look at his view count, he's still getting hundreds. So that's why consistency is very important. Yo, what's good? My name is Omeesley. I'm currently on a self-improvement journey. I'm just trying out all these strategies to see if it works for me. And if it works for me and I see an improvement, I'd like to share it on to you. So if that sounds interesting and you want to join in on this journey, then go ahead and subscribe. And with that being said, always remember, take it one step at a time, because you may never know where that one step may lead you.